Mistake coming into it. It's probably the best thing ever happened to me.
I picked up intensity in the training camp. The fight was in the training.
If you took a poll right now, I think 78% would be really ecstatic that I'm fighting George St. Pierre now and not Matt Serra.
Chuck Liddell, Vanderlei Silva is the fight, of course, that we all talked about 6 years in the making. And what excites me about this fight is that they are both not just strikers, but vicious strikers. And they look to knock their opponent out.
Well, there's a lot on my table right now. It's the day before weigh-in. This is the day that my hard PR day. You know, I've done photo shoots, some TV work, radio stations. So it sucks, but I mean, you just got to do it. I mean, I've never been to I've never fought in UFC where I didn't have to do it. You got to take the bad with the good, and you know, with that paycheck comes responsibility, and this is one of the things I've got to do.
I try to be a good fighter in the octagon and also being a well-spoken person outside of the octagon.
Watch the UFC in HD on direct TV. See you there.
It's always hard to do a lot because I have to do a lot of PR before the fight, but it's part of the job, you know. I have to tell myself that my opponent has to do it as well, so it's no big deal because it's not only one side, so we both have to do the same thing.
Go ahead, make my day.
And I think it's part of my job to stop and take picture with the fans. I think it's just part of my job, as my job is fighting. It's those guys who pay me to live. So it's just part of the game, you know what I mean? And so if I don't like that part, I should retire, you know, because I don't like my job, but I love it.
It's funny, you know, if you look back at my career, the starting point and where I am now, and I still have a hard time believing that I provide for a family. You know, I still have a hard time believing that you watch Spike TV and my face is probably going to show up on Spike TV sometime. I mean, the UFC has grown leaps and bounds. We've grown together, you know. Me running through the World Championships and the UFC, you know, keeps getting more and more buys each pay-per-view. So, I mean, they've grown leaps and bounds, and so is my career. So, yeah, we kind of started at the same time, and we've both grown, and they've been good to me, and hopefully they can say that I've been good to them.
I'm ready to go, you know, I gotta let that stuff go, and I'm ready to fight. I'm confident, you know, ready to fight. I think I'm gonna knock him out and move on and get my title back. Yeah, not a big fan of OPR. I think it's just kind of a necessary evil we gotta do most of the stuff. Like, this stuff's like after the fact stuff, so yeah, I really don't like it at all. It's never bad blood in the beginning, you know. It's never, you know, it was always about being the best in the world and fighting the best in the world. But as far as bad blood goes, I mean, I have some animosity towards his fans, because they've been, you know, giving me for years and years. But other than that, I don't really care.
I want to go. Yeah, come on, you guys.
After my last loss, I'm training hard. I'm waiting. I stopped to training for 1 month to look at my career, for where I'm going. I need to win. I'm hungry for win. And for this, I'm training hard many times per day, many months. In Brazil, I have a big home. I have a new car. I have a very good situation, and after my last fight, I think I need to change my training. I need to change my style. I need to have a new coach. And one day I have the big home, and another day I have only 2 bags. So I have my life in 2 bags. but now moving for to live here in Las Vegas. It's a very nice city, very nice people. I have many friends. And the UFC give tremendous support to me.
I learned that I was going to fight Matt Hughes when I heard that Sarah got hurt. So I was getting myself ready just in case that scenario happened. One of the other guys got hurt.
Oh, that's it. Don't stand in front of him. That's it. Oh, boy, don't stand in front of him. That's it. Punch and go.
I don't wish nobody a bad luck, but when I learned the news, I was kind of happy. So it's a great opportunity for me, and I jumped in. It's a great challenge. Matt Hughes is my main opponent, my biggest rival in the sport, and I'm very excited about it.
I'm not losing any sleep over not being able to fight Matt Serra. If I fight Matt Serra down the road, great. If I don't, I've got bigger things to worry about than that. You know, the caliber of opponent has changed dramatically. But I've wanted to fight George ever since he beat me. So, I mean, it's not like I've been hiding away from George and didn't want to fight. I wanted to fight George. I wanted to fight within a year, you know, in 2007. I had a lot of things. I knew I had already bought the tickets, the airfare, and the hotels to be out here. And I thought, you know, what works for me, what works for the UFC, and what works for the fans. And George St. Pierre was the fit. I mean, it was, if you look at it that way, you know, it was the only decision to make.
When I'm in Montreal, a lot of people came down for my training camp. My Muay Thai coach from New York, Phil Nurse, and also my MMA instructor, Greg Jackson. So I had a great training camp, the best ever in my life. I was training with a lot of good guys in the sport. They were coming at me fresh, one after the other, every round. So I trained myself to fight in the army, and so like that, no man will break me.
Yeah, I turned everything over to my assistant coaches. I really didn't schedule my practices. I turned it all over, which was good for me. I walk into practice and I say, what are we doing today? Human nature tells me that everybody looks for the easy way out, just the way we are. It's why we are always inventing machinery to do our work. So if you take a guy, you put him in the gym, chances are, you know, he's not going to do what he should to prepare for a fight. You know, if he's making a mistake. Take a guy, you throw him in the gym, you throw 3 other coaches in there with him, those coaches are going to get him ready.
The last time I fought Matt Hughes, he actually tried to take the fight from the ground, but without any success. I just think that time he will be maybe more aggressive on the takedown, and he's going to try for the big Ram, standing up, like the big shot standing up. Right away go for the takedown.
Well, I think it's very important for me to get this fight to the ground. My odds go up drastically when this fight hits the ground. 2 minutes left.
I train, I do what I do. You know, I make little changes for every fighter I fight, but for the most part I train and get the fight the way I want it to go. I was a striker before I was a wrestler. I've been doing martial arts since I was 12 and doing wrestling since I was 14. So I'm a combination of both, and I like to strike, and standing up is where I finish fights the best. It's always good to set up my right hand. It's my favorite punch, as far as a straight right. I've got a lot of different ways to set it up, and I'm planning on setting it up and landing it.
That's exactly what it is.
You push it that way, just a little bit.
Okay. Not that quite that much. Yeah, right there. Now push that all the way up. No, this. Okay. Keep that. Push it all the way up, right? That's right, baby. What's 74 right there? See how you do that? If you push it up, if it breaks, you're good.
I fighting the last time here for 7 years, and it's a great moment for me because after the Tuchita coming to work in here in Ghana, the UFC changed the face. Now they're the biggest event in the world, the last fight I'm fighting, the show is small, and now it's very big, because the guys know me, and because it has a good promotion, and they are good to have a very good opportunity here for me.
My conditioning is great for this fight, 3 or 5, it doesn't matter, but you gotta have great conditioning. You can get just as tired in a 3-round fight as you can in a 5-round fight sometimes. I like aggressive fighters. I mean, I'm an aggressive fighter, and I like guys to come after me and, you know, make a fight. I don't have to chase them down. It should be interesting.
But I prepare for to fight in for to take style, because it's a very dangerous style, because he has a long arm and a strong punch. But my punches are very stronger. I think after the first contact, he's going to see my power. I train a lot of boxing, a lot of jiu-jitsu, and I think he's gonna have a very good show for the fans tomorrow.
So do some tie-ups, you know, try to tie clinch tough, but do a little bit of that. He can do submissions, and he knows he's got a decent ground game, but, you know, it's not nothing slick. You know, he's not going to out-slick you.
I don't know where all the retirement talks coming from, to be honest. I'm not planning any retirement whatsoever. So I've always, that's the way my whole career's been. You know, I've never been the type of guy that says, I'm going to fight 6 more fights. I'm going to fight 5 more fights. I've led my whole career by fighting 1 fight at a time. It's just the way I've always been. You know, I was going to retire before I fought Carlos Newton the first time, and I happened to not. So, I mean, it's not like, you know, this is my life, this is what I have to do, and I can't do anything else. You know, I can stop fighting right now today and go find another job and live happily ever after. You know, I get to see my kids every night, be around my hometown. I mean, I could be real happy. So I'll retire whenever I want. It could be next week, or it could be in 2 years.
It's probably not the last time that we're gonna meet again. Matt Hughes is on the top of the game. He's never been so good in his career, and I don't see him retire anytime soon. We're probably gonna fight again in the future. We'll see.
He's tall, and the fight with the tall guys is very hard. But I have the strategy for fighting him. I train with the guy with the same size.